Puerto Rico, and I'm here to talk a little bit about solar. I've been living off grid for quite a while. Been doing my own thing. Have my living off grid with my own, DIY built solar array, which has been working flawless for the last 5 6 years already. And I hear a lot about the whole 6 volts, and I've never been very convinced about the whole concept of 6 volts. And I'm gonna explain why, okay? And I think it's very important. I have a little diagram to show you guys. All right. First things first. I went online and I happened to see this battery right here. This is a 6 volt battery. It's $149, 232 amp hours. Okay. So this is a company, that sells 6 volt batteries. Okay. Now, what happens? This is why I don't believe in 6 volt batteries. And here it goes. You buy a battery for $149, which is a 6 volt battery. You need two of them, all right, to run a 12 volt system, which is going to cost you $298 for the two batteries. That's a 6 volt, two 6 volt batteries, which are demonstrated right here. 232 amp hours plus 232 amp hours. You got two of them. Now, in order for that to work with a 12 volt system, you have to put them in series. Okay. Now you have 12 volts, but you still have 232 amp hours. Now, since these are flooded lead acid batteries, you're only supposed to discharge them to 50%. So you have 12 volt battery now, because they're together. You divide that by 2, which is the 50% depth of discharge, and you get 116 amp hours at 50% depth of discharge. And that's going to cost you $300. Now, mind you, if one of these batteries gets damaged or a cell dies, you're shit out of luck. Your system is down because you no longer have 12 volts to run. Now let's look at this other scenario. These are 12 volt batteries. You could buy them in Advanced Auto Parts, deep cycle marine batteries, $100, about $100 a piece. You buy two of them, it'll cost you $200, and you have a 12 volt system. So you buy the two batteries, they're each 121 amp hours. You put them in parallel, okay? Now, when you have them in parallel, you still have a 12 volt battery, but your amp hours is going to add. So, which will give you a total of 242 amp hours. You divide that by 2 to get the depth of discharge, and you end up with 121 amp hours depth of discharge with 12 volt batteries versus spending $300 and ending up with 116 amp hours, okay? That's the diagram right there, guys. That's the diagram. This is why I don't believe the whole hype about 6 volt batteries. Now, the thing is this, and this is what I don't understand. If they are 6 volt, they only have 3 cells. And yes, mind you, the 6 volt batteries are bigger and the plates are thicker. So you would assume that, okay, maybe they will last longer. Maybe they're a little more rugged. And I give that to the 6 volt batteries. They may be, the plates may be heftier. But what I don't understand is then why such a low amp hour figure for each battery then, if they're so much more robust than the 12 volt batteries. So, in a nutshell, this is basically the diagram. This is what I believe in. I have 12 volt batteries, okay, for my system, and if you have this setup with 12 volt batteries and one of your batteries dies, your system still runs because the other battery is 12 volts. Unlike this system, if one of the batteries dies on you, then your voltage is all shot, So keep this into consideration, guys. You know what I'm saying? I am not like the ultimate authority in batteries. You know what I'm saying? People like, let's say, yeah, and I would like the opinion of people like Will Prowse, who really know their stuff, but people like Will Prowse, they're at a level now, they're talking about lithium batteries, not me, you know what I mean? I'm still flooded lead acid batteries, so that's what I'm showing here. These are flooded, this example is flooded lead acid batteries. So, in my opinion, and based on this, this thought, then it's really not worth it to get 6 volt batteries. You're better off having 12 volt batteries You have more amp hours, and they're cheaper. You save $100. With that extra $100, you can buy yourself a 100-watt solar panel, and you got your system stronger and better. So that's just the way I see it, guys. Because I think it's easier to, if you get a bad battery, it's easier to come up with $100 than it is to come up with, let's say you have to get two, you have to cough up $300 just to start. You know what I mean? To me, this is the way to go. These are my thoughts, guys. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are going to have different thoughts regarding solar and whatnot, but these are my thoughts at this moment in time. If you have your comments, if you disagree with what I'm saying, or if you have any additional information that maybe I am not aware of, please express your thoughts on the comments, because we're all here to learn and learn from each other and build on our knowledge. So take care, guys. God bless. Ruben Obed, and talking a little bit about solar. Peace.